Okay, we're up in our engine bay now. We're going to start wiring our engine harness. No real easy way to do this, gang. As I said, we've started over here. We've routed our harness back behind our power booster, back in behind the distributor, and we're starting to get our wires all ready to get them all cut and get them installed. We've got the wiper feed done. Next one we have to do here is we have to do our two tack and HEI power, which we've got to be careful with that because your carburetor and throttle linkage is back there, and we don't want that to interfere with the harness in any way. So we're going to have to take a look at that and see if we have to run those down behind and come back up from underneath, which is what I'm thinking we're going to do here. And of course we have our heater blower wire here, which we're going to run just across the firewall back in through that clamp there, and we're going to run that into the heater blower. And the last couple that we're going to do is we have our starter activation wire for the solenoid, and also the main power feed that's coiled up over here in the engine bay. We'll put the car up in the air to do that, so we're going to get started. Now, be careful when you're crimping your terminals on here. Make sure that you use the brass terminals, brass colored as opposed to the silver ones, for your heavier gauge wire. You'll notice that the crimp wings are a little bit larger on them, and that's what those are for. They're for your heavier gauge wire. This pink wire here will be our HEI power. And then we've got our silver terminal here, which is going to be for our tack feed. And we have our brown tack connector here I'm going to put on. Okay, and those wires are done. Now, one other thing that we did on this car, because of the fact that he's running an electric fan, we spliced the wire into the ground circuit on those fan relays we showed you earlier. And that's this black wire right here. Now, this car doesn't have the sender wire, or I'm sorry, the sender set up in it yet, but that's going to go right up front here on the corner of the intake. So what we're doing is we're giving the customer a wire. We're going to go ahead and bring it up here. We'll put it in the sheathing. We'll put an end on it so he can put that right onto his sending unit, and that way when he's ready he'll have his temperature switch right there, and that'll turn his fans on and off automatically. I'm just going to run this right up the valve cover here. Bring it out from behind things. I'm going to have to route the heater wire here. Bring both of those back behind, both the starter wire and the heater blower wire. Bring them back behind the distributor here, down underneath the engine. Our heater blower is this orange wire. It's in your engine harness here. And the customer already had a nice little clamp set up here on the firewall. So we're just going to pull that right through there for him. After we go underneath the heater cable, I don't like the way that looks over top, so we're going to go underneath this heater cable for him. You'll find that you're going to have to route things a couple times in a lot of instances to get things the way that you want them. Don't be afraid to do that. Just don't cut anything until after you're sure that that's how you want something. Okay, we got a nice little feed right here. All right, and this wire is going to go right up underneath the heater over there. Again, we're going to use our brass terminal because this is a 12-gauge wire. We'll use the appropriate large crimping tool. Crimp the larger terminal. And we have the right terminal connection. Just snap right in there. And we're going to walk over here and we're going to put that on that blower motor a little bit. That's about all we have for right now. After we get all set up, get our starter wires run, we'll get you back here and we'll show you everything in operation. Thanks. Hey, it's Tom Bach from American Autowire. I got Mike Manning with me today. We finished up with our 5960 Impala Classic Update Kit. What we're going to do now, you've seen it, the steps as we've been going along. We're going to go around the car now and we're going to show you how everything works. When this car came in, there was no harness in it. The car was a pushmobile. Nothing was working. Now we've got everything operational. We're going to show you how that works. Come on down. Okay, we're at the back of the car now. We're going to show you how all the lighting works. Mike, you want to turn those lights on? Okay, you see now we have tail lights. Mike, go ahead and step on the brake. Got all of our brake lights now. Do our left turn and our right turn, Mike. It's our left turn, right turn. So you can see now we've got all of our lights operational. So we'd said before, this car doesn't have backup lights on it. If it did, they would be on. All right. We're back up here to the front of the car. Mike, let's see those headlights. You'll notice also, I don't know if you can see it, but our parking lights are on. One of the features with the Classic Update is they stay on all the time. They don't go off like they would in a normal application. Yeah, Mike? Correct. We could wire, you could move the wire over if you just wanted your parking lights to be part-time. Good point. There's your high beams, low beams back. All right, let's turn the lights off, Mike. Let's do our left turn signal. There's our left turn, right turn. So now again, this has got full functionality as far as our lights are concerned. You still got the ignition on, Mike? All right, I'm going to open this hood. Underneath your ignition switch, there's a toggle down there. Hit that toggle for us with the key on. Okay, what you're hearing there is his electric fans. Okay, they're both wired through a relay. Okay, you can turn that off, Mike. All right, make sure we're out of gear and give it a start there, Mike. Now we got the car fully operational. All right? Thanks for stopping by. Come back and see us again soon.